It's simple to see, it's at MAGIK TV, so the world can believe it's at MAGIK TV.
What's going on? This is Marcus Flye, and guess what? This is a great night for MAGIK TV. We've got an amazing group here in LA. They're called Anthem of Silence. First of all, you got to tell me about the group and a little bit more about how you guys got your name.
Anthem of Silence. The name came from where our music comes from. I think maybe even all music comes from silence. As quiet as you can get, and the noise that plays in my head and our head that we try to capture. And the anthem. The word anthem is a celebration of something's greatness, so the anthem of silence would be music, our music. Yeah.
That's incredible. So tell me a little bit about what you guys do, who you are, and...
I'm Cameron, and I sing, and I write the music. I also play guitar and piano.
I'm Dolce. I play cello and guitar and sing backup.
And I'm Adam. I play bass and also sing backup.
And I'm Serge, and I play drums, and I sometimes sing.
So you guys formed this group, you made it work out, and I gotta know, please tell me, what made you guys say, you know what, no matter what, we're gonna be the ones, we're gonna make the most amazing group ever?
Wow. Most amazing group ever. I don't know about the most amazing group ever, but I will say that I think that we approach the writing process unlike anyone I've ever worked with, certainly anyone I've ever really even talked to, is that when we're coming up with the music, we really allow the songs to tell us what they're about, as opposed to the other way around. And we learn a lot from ourselves through our music. So I think that's pretty awesome. And I think it shows, too, when you listen to it. We really try to make something beautiful, make something that'll kind of make you feel high, you know, that you can really enjoy, really get into.
I think one of the most unique things about your group, which I got to put out there, you guys play some really unique, different instruments, right?
Somewhat. I think we have a pretty much standard rock format plus amazing rock cello. And I think what really sets us apart is the diversity from song to song, as opposed to being in a specific writing style or genre or something like that. We just play whatever comes to us. If it comes to us sounding, you know, almost Spanish, then we play it. If it comes sounding heavy, we play it. If it comes sounding like a pretty soft love song, we play it.
Who would you, if you had to, compare yourselves to?
Oof. If I had to, it doesn't mean I don't have to. Gosh, if someone came to mind, I would tell you. I don't know what we sound like in as much as something that's comparable out there, because one song might sound like them and the next song won't.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's perfect. I got to know. Tell me a little bit more about the cello, the rock. Tell me about that.
What do you want to know? I mean, I guess for me personally, I was classically trained. My parents were classical musicians in Taiwan, and so they were pretty rigorous about enforcing that into myself and my siblings. And so I actually wasn't allowed to listen to rock music until growing up. And so I joined the band about 2 years ago, and I was like, I don't know. Just trying to write my own parts, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm writing my part." And then they're like, "No, just go." And so I think for me as a cellist and coming from a classical background, I mean it's so important for me to, like, having the technique is so important, but then having the freedom to express was never really kind of catalyzed until joining this band. And I think for me that really having these guys here to support and encourage me to just be vulnerable like that has been really awesome. And so for me, I have classical background that influences me.
It's been awesome. It's been awesome for us. We created a monster with this one, because she took that and just started blowing all of us away.
So I want to get this right. You're also the lead singer, right?
Yeah.
What's been one of the most amazing days you guys have had so far as a group?
One of the most amazing days we've had. Gosh, you guys think anything coming to your mind?
Queen Mary was pretty cool.
Yeah,
we played on the
Queen Mary was fun. Playing with the pyrotechnics and the crazy light show that was going on there. That was fun.
Rehearsal last night.
Rehearsal last night. That's, you know what's funny, as you're saying that, I was thinking that too. It's been at rehearsals. It's been nights that we were able to just dive in and accomplish things by just playing together, by being so, like, you know, respectful and everybody doing their jobs so well. We could really rock.
So it's been the evolutionary process during the rehearsal that's really giving you all your...
Those are the
your
best
platform.
nights. Those are by far the best nights. Better than shows and stuff like that are the nights, yeah, that we all evolve as people and writers.
As a group, what's your vision for what will happen with you all in the next year or so?
In the next year? Wow.
We want to tour. We want to continue to write and record, and I mean, some of my favorite moments are in the studio as well. It's you know, for us, that's always a real creative process. Mm-hmm. Even though we'll have the songs pretty well mapped out when we go in, you know, there is a lot of creativity that occurs when we're in the studio as well. So we want to do a full-length album. We're writing for that now. We're shooting to record that early next year. We want to do a tour. We want to get out there. We've made some connections over in Japan, so we're going to try and get some shows out over that way, and you know, just continue to kind of to write and record and play.
How in the world did you guys all manage to get together?
It started with I used to play solo shows around town, and I got tired of it because it's very lonely. And it's hard to really rock when you're all by yourself on stage. And so I wanted to form a band. I knew Adam as a friend. Somebody told me, not even Adam, but someone told me that he played bass. And I just thought I wanted to be in a band with this guy because we get along so good. I didn't even care if he couldn't play. If he wasn't good, I said, oh, I'll just write something real easy. Turns out he's dynamite. And we went into the studio immediately with some studio connections and formed a band just for the studio. And started playing for that. Since then, we've got Dolce and Serge in, and when they joined is when the band really took wings.
Okay, here's the question I have. How, you know, you guys all play these instruments, but when you're looking for band members, and I like the story of how you found your bass. Drummers, how do you know you found the right drummer?
I'll tell you, it was funny when Serge came in to try out or to try us out, really. I mean, because we're thinking we're trying him out. He's thinking he's trying us out. And he walks in, and it was funny because we had tried 2 or 3, you know, other ones, and Serge walks in, and we were all just like, ooh. He just walked in like such a badass, you know, and I could tell that he was thinking, almost like I could read your mind. You're just like, yeah, this is going to be pointless, you know, there's no way. And then we played and we were actually good, and I could see him kind of being like, yeah, I can get with this. So, and then of course the way that he played was just, you know, out of sight. We do look for, if a band's going to have any longevity, I believe that your personal relationships are actually more important than your musicality. And if you're all going to grow, that's what I want the music to be anyways. I don't need it to sound a certain way. As long as it means something to all of us, then it's going to sound the way it's supposed to, you know. So we have to get along. We have to be ego-free, which hasn't been a problem in this band, and so that we can really get down and get creative, really evolve.
You know, it's always incredible and inspiring to meet talented people and talented groups like you. How in the world, you know, so you get the idea that you're going to play music. What in the world inspired you to do what you do and how you did it? How did that happen?
Sure. For me, I was raised in a musical family, so it wasn't pushed on me or anything. I enjoyed it. But as I grew to around 10, 11, I started realizing that when I was quiet, I heard music. Like, I can hear it. You know, it's always going on. And if I worked hard, I could start to accomplish, like, playing some of it. And the better I got, the better the music got. And then as things happen in my life, you know, you get a broken heart or something like that, you know, really bad, then you start having something to say. And that's it. I mean, that's what I do. I started on piano, and around when I was 11, I decided I didn't want to play that anymore. I still play piano, but I started playing guitar, and that's it. That's what I did that.
Music is about being honest. I think about being. It used to be music. Used to be for me about being perfect and being talented, but that all got wiped away, and for me now, yeah, it's just about being honest and being raw in the moment, and I think it really has brought people together. I mean, I live in South Central, and I've walked down the street playing a guitar, and I've seen people come together because of seeing someone play guitar. In our shows, I've seen people with beef. Just arguing beforehand and seeing them kind of dissolve that by listening to our music, and that's really kind of what it's become for me.
You just had a cool guitar and you wanted to show it off. Now it's your turn now.
No, I feel like that now after these like deep answers. I was like, well, when I was 13, I just really wanted a bass, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't come from a musical family by any stretch of the imagination, but I come from a family of music lovers. So when I was a kid, there was always like Beatles records on. My mom was real into like Parliament, and I grew up on Bootsy Collins, and I was into Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers when I was a kid, and I always just identified with the bass. The bass was always what I heard, what I would hum in my head, and so when it came time and I actually had one in my hands, it was like the first thing I can remember really dedicating myself to. Certainly I'm gonna pass this now because I feel like I'm not deep.
You said Parliament. That's deep.
Parliament is deep. Bootsy.
Yeah. Well, why I play drums? I guess for me that's I'm thinking if I should say almost or just leave it out. For me, that is a religious experience somewhat, because not only, but mostly only in my life, I can be living the actual moment, like right now. Like right now as I'm talking, I'm here, but I'm also like in the future, I'm in the past. I remember what I've done. I'm thinking what I'm going to do afterwards. Only when I'm playing I can have that much focus that I live just in that very moment. And when I'm able to do that, I'm not always able to pull it off, but when I do, that's when I kick ass, and that's why I just want to keep doing it. So
that was so shallow.
So it's really amazing how well you all work together. I gotta sort of know that in every amazing story, there's two things. There's an antagonist and an obstacle. What's been your antagonist and obstacle along the way?
Jobs. Having jobs.
Needing to eat.
Yeah, rent, I believe, would be in there.
Never save money.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much the cry of any band or anybody that's creative and trying to make a living out of their art and hasn't done so yet, is that you have to balance that with the rest of your life, and I think we do it pretty gracefully, actually. We work hard in the band. We're a hard-working band, and we make time for it, and then we work hard in our other life too, to make sure that we're okay so we can keep working in the band. So we do it, that's how we get through it.
I mean, at times we've had rehearsals starting at 11 or even midnight after coming home from not just one but 2, 3 jobs at a time, and then it's just like still have rehearsal. But in fact, it never comes to that when we're actually there together. When we start playing, I don't know, for me, it's just always been like, all right, this is the best thing to do before you go to bed.
I thought about that exact same thing. I have come home from work just so tired and thinking, God, how can I go to practice? And then after I started thinking about it, I was like, wait. Why do I need to go relax to play music with my best friends? Like, I can't wait to get there. It's what relaxes me. It's what makes everything else make sense. And I've told people this many times. If I didn't have this, I wouldn't be okay. I wouldn't be okay at my job. You know, I would be miserable. But since and I love my job, but if that's all I had, I would be miserable. So.
People need to be able to see you. Do you guys have a website?
Yes, anthemofsilence.com. And then, of course, Facebook, Anthem of Silence. MySpace.
All the social networking stuff.
Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah.
You can link up from the anthemofsilence.com site.
It'll be on all of them.
Yeah. iTunes, Amazon. You can get our stuff on Pandora. You can find our music on there. So.
You guys look like stars already. Tell me really quickly, who are some of the people musically that have influenced your career?
You want to just go down and just do like 2 each or something?
Yeah, let's do 2 each.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go... All right, I'm going to say Kurt Cobain, Rufus Wainwright.
Dvorak and Weezer.
I'm gonna go with. I'll go with Pearl Jam and Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Nice.
I'll go with ABBA and Supertramp.
Okay.
Yep.
Amazing. Well, all those groups, they were all hits. They were all legends, right? But I think in a minute they're all going to need to stand back because here you come. All right? So here they are. They're on tonight. You don't want to miss it. This is going to be a big night. We're here at the House of Blues right here for MAGIK TV.